years old. I know English, but I'm trying to learn French. It's
Are you
so
talking
fascinating.
about one of them?
Yeah, I'm talking about one of them, but I'm going to give
it.
you a little bit of a history. So in the 1800s, the first documented case happened in France, and I don't know if there's more. There's probably a lot more, okay? But this is like the first major documented case, not just like, hey, we found a feral child, but like we wanted to experiment and see what happens once we try to bring this feral child back into civilization. A group of hunters go into the woods and they're hunting for deer. Now, they had heard a lot of the local villagers talk about how the fact that there was this like wild child out in the woods, just like running about, running naked, just like doing its thing. And they're like, we try to catch it sometimes, but every time it would escape. So these hunters are like, oh yeah, every time you caught it, it would escape. It sounds like an urban legend, does it not?
Yeah.
Like a wild child raised by wolves living in the woods? That sounds crazy. But they're actually hunting and they see this wild child. So they're like, we gotta capture this wild child. So they hunt the wild child. They don't kill it, but they hunt it down. They capture the child and they bring it to town, and all of a sudden, I mean, it broke news. When I say it broke news, it took like weeks because, you know, this is the 1800s. There's no internet. So it took weeks. The news has been broken. Finally, they get a call from like a world-renowned doctor in Paris, and they said, I want that kid. So they bring the kid to Paris and they name him Victor, okay? So now this doctor, he's like, I want to know if this human is still technically human. And the way that he claims a person is human is by two things. Is the ability to communicate with other humans by language or by body language, right? That's really important. Did you know how crazy it is? I didn't even think about this. Facial expressions are so important to human language.
Yes.
Yeah, and I didn't think that, you know, when you don't learn that, how off-putting it is for other people.
Yeah.
I guess you just kind of take it for
to
granted.
me, it's like, I feel like you teach language, verbal, but you don't teach body language. But they say, you know, body language is 80% of the communication. So why don't we teach body language? Because I feel awkward sometimes. I don't know where to put my hands. You know what I mean?
I already did a rant on this. Don't get me started on body language.
Oh, analyzing. Yeah.
Sometimes I will meet people and their body language is like a little bit off. And I want to like them, but something makes me feel a little bit like uneasy. And I think it's body language.
Yeah.
So, you know, they're trying to see, can this kid learn all of these things? Can this kid eventually learn a language, you know? Because it seems like they can, right? They have the ability. Can they learn to build attachments to other humans? So they actually bring Victor